Right then, coming up in this video, I ascend and abseil the Medway M2 motorway bridge 30 metres high. So then, in this video, something new to my channel, ascending ropes. So before we do the motorway bridge, let's get this video started with the Maidstone Archives Tower. And here is the Archives Tower, and it looks a bit trashed. Far more trashed than last time. In fact, the library building and surrounding buildings have sadly been pulled down, and so it's just the tower surviving. It looks like a block of flats, but it's actually an Archives Tower. It's actually too narrow to actually be a block of flats. It's so weird. And let's take a look at the lifts. First is the 1960s Paul and Dunwoody dumbwaiter. This is a very unusual lift. I've never seen one quite like this before. And the main lift is a 1960s Paul and Dunwoody modernised in 1988 by Hamden Champness. It looks a bit more trashed than when I was last here. And if we look on top, very trashed indeed. So let's go up to the top of the tower to set up our ropes. And here's what the top of the tower looks like, and let's go into the motor room. And here is the 1988 Hamden Champness. Here's the logic. I've never seen this logic before, and this is what a motor looks like. And here is the 1960s Paul and Dunwoody dumbwaiter, which still has original relay logic. Yes! So then, let's set up our ropes. This tower is 12 floors high and is 35 metres tall. My 60 metre rope cannot reach the ground in twin rope configuration, so I had to do it in single rope. And this is my setup. So with ropes in single rope configuration, I'm going to be using a megajoule to ascend it. And my megajoule works really well on twin rope, but in single rope is a bit jolty. It's like suddenly goes from not moving at all to suddenly moving full speed, so it's of jolts, which is a bit disturbing when you're 35 metres high. But as long as you use a secondary safety Prusik knot, it's perfectly safe. So before we ascend it, let's do a little bit of practicing. So it's now time to ascend the Maidstone Archives Tower. Let's go. And here I am, just over 2 floors high. So it's 12 floors high, 35 metres. Let's get ascending. And here I am at 4 floors high, and it's already feeling quite high, and you get a lot of bounce on the rope when you're near the bottom. Starting off this ascent was actually really hard just because of the rope bounce, but the higher you get, it gets a lot more easier. And now, here I am halfway up the Archives Tower. Even though this is only halfway, it feels really high, especially just when you're dangling on a rope. It's quite scary. You get a nice view up here. And let's get ascending right to the top. And I'm using an SJ cam to film this because I didn't want to risk dropping my phone. And let's just say my SJ cam is pretty shit. And it's starting to get dark and my SJ cam cannot see in the dark at all. So I need to get up to the top quickly. So let's get ascending. And here I am up at the top of the tower, just in time before it got too dark for my SJ cam to see. So here I am right at the top, really high up, pretty scary, and you get a really nice view up here. Right then, that's Archives Tower complete. Now it's time for the bridge. So then, here I am at the Medway M2 motorway bridges. 2 motorway bridges and 1 train bridge. And I'm not going to be ascending at this part of the bridge because it's not tall enough. So let's go down to the tallest part, which is obviously the most fun part to ascend. And my rope was only just long enough in twin configuration. I think I'll be ascending about 28 metres to do this. And here is my setup. You can see I've got a megajoule in twin configuration this time. And it's slightly more stable in twin configuration. It's less jolty. And I'm using a static sling connected to a Prusik knot above the megajoule, which I use to push up to ascend. And it's now time to ascend the rope. Let's go. And notice that I'm not ascending alongside a structure, unlike the last place. And because I'm not alongside a structure, it means I've got nothing to guide myself up, and I've got no sort of reference point. So that means I'm pretty much just dangling on this rope. And it also means that the rope generally tends to spin a bit, and when you're not yet used to it, when you're spinning around as you're ascending, it is a little bit disorientating. So then, I'm about a third of the way up, already looking like it's a long way down. This bridge is very big. And in the next clip, I'm going to show my setup and show how I'm ascending a bridge, and just listen to the wind and road noise. It's pretty creepy. So then, I'm now just over halfway, and it is pretty off-putting not having like a structure alongside me to guide my way up. I'm sort of just dangling on a rope under this bridge, and it's getting dark. So then I'm getting towards the top of the bridge. I'm 2/3 of the way up now, and I was trying to get to like his little maintenance walkway underneath the bridge, but it was actually too far off where I was ascending. I think if I practice a bit more and get better at it, I think I might be able to swing across like in the future and get onto the walkway, although the maintenance walkway doesn't actually lead anywhere, so I'm not sure if it's worth doing or not. So then it's now getting very dark, and I'm having to do a lot of editing in Vegas to try and make the picture look okay, because my SJ cam's really bad with dark scenes. And I'm now level with the maintenance walkway, and you can see the concrete on the underpart of the bridge is actually really big. When you're down the bottom you just look at it and think concrete bridge, but when you get right up close to it you realise how much construction and effort actually went into building this bridge. So then I'm up at the top of the bridge, and wow, it does feel pretty high up. So yes, I managed to ascend the Medway M2 motorway bridge. So I was doing this with Lift Surfing Germany and Jordan, and Lift Surfing Germany had a far crazier idea he wanted to do. He wanted to abseil the bridge, but wanted to start with a lot of slack in the rope, so he'd like to jump off the bridge for the rope tension as like a thrill-seeking thing. That is far too scary for me. I don't think I'd ever be able to do that. That is pretty crazy. So then I now go back down. It's night time and my SJ cam can't see very much. And before I finish the video, let's have some fun swinging backwards and forwards on this rope. And as it's got 28 metres of rope, you get a nice big swing to it. Woo! Oh, shame it's so dark the camera can't see.